President Trump stood in defense of Attorney General Pam Bondi on Saturday evening, praising her for doing a fantastic job as she faces intense scrutiny from some of the president's supporters over her handling of files related to the disgraced financier and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The president suggested some of his political opponents created the Epstein files and that the outrage from some of the MAGA movement over the documents related to the case is exactly what Trump's longtime critics are looking for. So now they're fake files.
Yeah.
So what do we really think?
I don't know.
She had it. It was on her desk.
She said it was on her desk. They're going to go through it and release it.
Well, no, that's the whole point.
I know. There was clearly something in there that could not get out, and now it just never existed.
Or was it never on her desk, and they were just claiming that?
Or would it be easier to just get rid of the one thing that you didn't want to get out and then release the rest of it? Like smoke screen it by, throw all you got to do is release a lot of the stuff we already know. Alan Dershowitz and Woody Allen and those guys we already expected to be there already, and just throw those names out there and let everybody start chasing those things, and then distract them and don't leave the Trump stuff if that's what you're protecting out of it.
The problem is now it's like now you have Trump saying there is no Epstein. Why are we still talking about it? But everybody's bringing back the tweets of like JD Vance and Donald Jr. and all these pro-Trumpers all saying, release the Epstein stuff. Why are we not doing this?
Right.
And now it's the complete opposite.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's even if he has nothing to do with it, he should have still been somebody that says this needs to come out.
They were hammering this for years and years, and then all of a sudden it
stopped talking about it.
JD Vance on Theo Vaughn says that.
Yes, and that was
he literally says
the election. Yeah.
He says about it. So what I think would make the most sense is that there's something that they did not want to get out. They realized, oh no, this is in there. We can't have this get out. So they said it was totally fake, that there was nothing there, that these people made it up. So if it does get out, and that thing is, they go, yeah, no, we told you it's fake.
So he's trying to get ahead of it again?
Right, exactly. Because otherwise, like you said, if they omitted that part, but the rest of it out, then they're saying that there were Epstein files.
Yeah.
And then
you
get busted. Yeah, you get busted, whatever. But now, if you say there was never files, then it's this big hoax, fake thing, whatever. So even if something comes out, it's kind of like the AI thing, where if you walk around with the sixth finger on your thing, ring, then you can go, no, that's fake.
The problem is it's turned into a clown show now, because you had Pam Bondi with all these social influencers, and they're standing outside the White House holding up the binders with the new information, which was all old information. Yeah. Like they've turned it into a circus. So you don't even know what is real, what's not real.
Or what if they got after that, they realized they really didn't have anything.
Right.
And they went through all that nonsense.
But when you look to make the spectacle of something and it blows up in your face,
you just look like a jackass.
Now you're stuck with this.
But also, wouldn't that make more sense to come out and say, listen, we were led to believe that there was going to be bombshells and all this stuff in here. It's not. Here's the files.
Yes,
take a look at it.
The way they're presenting it is if we were crazy for even thinking it was like they weren't even saying the same thing.
It's like, don't go to the lengths of making it like a social media spectacle unless you're damn sure you've got like the smoking gun.
Right.
Because if it blows back in your face, now you're stuck in this circle of like who did what.
Nobody's surprised. We're dealing with some of the most powerful people in the world and some of the richest people in the world. Nobody's surprised that it's getting this. But there's got to be somebody like Dan Bongino has been the one that's still been the most critical of Pam Bondi and going against the grain.
Yeah.
If you get more people like that, and because Pam Bondi seems to me that she's very comfortable in her job.
But now there's people saying Pam Bondi should resign. There's people saying Dan Bongino should resign.
Right. Yeah.
And Trump is saying nobody should resign. This is going great.
I don't know if there. It seems like she mishandled the whole thing.
Yes.
She mishandled the whole thing by
At
saying
least
she
the
had
PR
it.
version.
Right. And now saying she doesn't have it and all that stuff. So if somebody has to resign, I would think that it would be her. I don't think she has to resign, but if it's somebody had to resign over this, I would think it'd be her. Bongino is still trying to hold her to the fire. I don't think that that's bad. I think that especially somebody in the organization that's still willing to say, hey, you had said all these
said
things.
the files were on your desk and that you were going through them.
And how are we just accepting that? Oh, no, it's over.
Right.
Yeah, but at the same time, I still feel that when the Democrats were in power in the White House, if there was anything in there against Trump, they definitely would have put it out.
But what if it's not just against Trump? What if there's a lot of Clinton stuff in there?
That's true.
Bill Clinton is is still a big figure in the Democratic Party.
It's hard for me to believe, as much as they go after Trump, if there was this giant smoking gun, it would not have already made it out.
But it was not. It's probably not just Trump, and and Trump's name. I mean, Trump said he met him a couple of times over. Now there's like 24 pictures of him.
We know
together.
it's not true.
Right. So yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't want to be running around saying the same thing. You could meet him in the capacity of business and not realize or maybe just not care. Like I've said it before. If you tell me that there's a guy that I can give $10,000 to and he's going to turn it into $100,000, but he just happens to be a pedophile, I'm like, well, do I have to do anything? No, just take my money. Yeah. Take my $10,000.
He's not using my money to bang kids,
right? Yeah,
and even so, I mean, that's a pretty good return.
Clean money back. Yeah,
it's just it's a bad look when it's like Epstein. Stop talking about Epstein. Like it was.
Oh, it's definitely bad.
It was like we're gonna release this. We're gonna release it, and now it's like stop. Why are we still talking about this?
You can't try to mind trick the whole country.
No, it's like you're in too deep at that point.